Scabba-dee, scabba-dee, scoo-boop, boo. Scabba-dee, dabba-dee, scoo-boop, wee. Scabba-dee, scabba-dee, scoo-boop, bow. Making a mark. So last week I talked about the Final Four logos and my favorite Final Four logos from past years, and I had the idea of making my own Final Four logo with a little twist, with a very relevant theme. So yeah, this is what this video is going to be about. Welcome back. And it starts, of course, you know, where most things start, in the sketchbook. See kind of where I started the March Madness thing. Well, March Maskness, as a friend geniusly called it. But here with the Final Four, my idea was more so a virtual Final Four. So virtual Final Four, so I had the idea of making it kind of Zoom friendly with the basketball there. And of course, as I sketched it out, going from the sketch to the Adobe Illustrator, there were some other things I discovered that I could play with, and that's what I did. Let's check it out. Now, I started with the idea, so I'm doing like virtual, so I wanted to play off Zoom screens, you know, virtual, you know, social distancing, all that stuff. So in the sketch, I knew I was going to try to do the screens, and I first went, you know, how the Zoom screens have the name at the bottom left-hand corner, and the bottom I actually made, instead of a basketball, I made it a rounded rectangle, which refers to the button at the bottom of the Zoom screen for a share screen. So I thought it'd be cool if I kind of played off of the buttons, one of the buttons that you see on Zoom, to be like the basketball, to have it shaped, have some of the markings of a basketball, but kind of have it shaped as that button. And then I have the brackets on either end representing the 4 teams that are going to be playing in the Final Four. I'm still playing around with the Zoom screens. So I decided the general shape was going to be a square. And my idea for the screens was to have like the nets. So have it be like the basketball nets on a basketball hoop be within those screens. Now, as you will discover further along into my design journey, they looked more like fences than actual, you know, a net from a basketball hoop. So after I played around with it a while, you'll discover that I kind of switched it up entirely and made it a little bit more basketball hoop net-ish. Yeah, we got the Final Four in the middle. And one thing I discovered in researching other Final Four logos is like the actual text of the Final Four. It's typically not too busy, and a lot of things you'll discover in Illustrator is at the beginning, it always will look like it's not enough because you're still adding things, you're still tweaking things, you're still trying to figure it out. But if you just let yourself experiment, eventually you'll get that moment where it's like, okay, now I see where this is going. So it can kind of look kind of dark in the beginning, but then once you play around with it more and more, you'll figure yourself out. So here, yeah, I'm figuring out how I actually want to do the net, and I want the screens to be the same for the most part. So once I figured it out on one screen, I just popped it over to the other screen. And then in the finished product, you'll see I played a lot with colors and some with positioning. And yeah, with the button, with the bracket, with the net. And yeah, I feel like it came out really well. I played around with a lot of colors, where to put certain text. So with the stars and everything, with the color, and I have the screen, one of the screens slightly different. The right screen is slightly different than the left screen because, like in typical Zoom calls, whoever's talking, it's highlighted. So adding that little reference there, and there you have it. And that is it for this video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of the logo. And as always, as you go along in life, teach as you learn and inspire as you do. See you next time.